Okay. So, hi guys. I'm so glad that you guys all came on. So this is our second call for the business builders, which I'm so excited. And again, some of you have been through this already. Some of you, this is your first time through, and that's, again, fabulous because a couple things. Those of you, of course, that this is your first time, you're going to get it all new. But those of you going through it for the second time, you've got a new trainer tonight on this topic. Terry Bales Nichols is going to be training for us. So you're going to get and hear probably some new things, some new ideas. Sometimes that just happens when you hear somebody else, but also, you know, if we have some conversation and stuff with everybody else, adding in as well. So I want to start like we will every call, which we like to go through. I don't do with the directors, I do with everybody else, but to sort of, we go through and do just like a quick check-in on like what good things happened this week. So just this all sort of helps us to get to know each other, but sort of know where everybody is. So Tammy, you get to start while you still have a voice.
Okay. So many good things have happened that I literally can't remember them all, partly because, you know, I'm sick, but I got a printer. Yeah, that's great. I got a vendor show that's coming up on the 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I have, oh gosh, I don't even know how many shows booked. I booked a show today while I was in the urgent care examination room. That was great. I'm trying to book my cooking shows too, but I don't know. It seems like getting together with people is challenging.
To get them, it's challenging to get them to do the cooking shows, you're saying?
Just to be able to do the host coaching with them, like the first call, getting them to want to get together or get on the phone to talk about it or schedule the date for it, and now I have strep, so I'm not going to be scheduling a cooking show.
So we haven't gotten them to schedule the date yet either.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay, so let's just talk about that. Are you going to talk about that, Terry, how to get dates on your calendar? Okay, so we're going to cover that. Instead of us doing it right now, we're going to cover it, Tammy, because before you do host coach or anything like that, we're going to talk with Terry later, and she's going to tell you this is what you say to them, and this is how you get the date on the calendar, because that's the first thing. We got to get the date. So, yeah, but we'll talk about that.
It seems to be easier for me to get the dates for virtual parties than for in-home parties. I don't know what it was. But lastly, well, two more things. I have my Tervis Cup coming towards me this week.
Yay.
And this morning I signed up for conference.
You did?
Virtual conference.
Oh, the virtual. You're streaming, but that's awesome. Good. That'll be awesome. I think it's going to be, you're going to still see, I think it's going to be better than it's been in the past. We've done the streaming and stuff. So
one of these times you guys are going to say something and Anna's just going to completely fall off her chair.
What? All right. That's awesome, Cammie. I know you've had an exciting week. Good. All right, Megan, how about you? Megan Trundy.
I booked a fundraiser show for my cousin for the Dempsey Center. So this is her second bout of breast cancer, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but she's super excited about it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll get a lot of money for that.
Yes.
And then one of my girls, Tori, has 2 people that are interested in starting with her. So I'm kind of helping her along the way and answering questions for her and stuff like that. So.
Will you just tell me the same thing that you just said? Just tell me again, Megan.
I was afraid of that.
Thank you, please. I'm focusing. Grace, back away for right now. Okay.
You heard about my cousin's fundraiser.
Yes, the fundraiser. Yeah. Yes. So she's excited about that, but yeah. Okay.
Oh, and then I'm on a virtual party now that day 2, I had $300 in orders.
Wow.
I know, right? Totally friggin' random. It was this girl at work that I'm like, okay, just have a friggin' party, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And she was like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
So I'm doing a different format, and it seems to be working.
It's the language that did it. Just have a friggin' party.
I just have a freaking party, all right?
So what's the different format, Megan?
I used to do groups a lot. This is an event, and then I have each day I'm doing something different based off, because I asked her like what her friends' interests are and stuff like that. So a lot of them are into camping. So today I did a Pamper Your Camper theme. Tomorrow is a wine and beverage theme. Wednesday was dinner. Thursday was lunch and snacks. So different themes and stuff like that each day.
Fun.
So yeah, it seems to be working. Everyone's
Yeah.
excited. There's tons of interest.
Yeah, good.
So
Now, what was the thing, though, that I needed you to tell me
Tori, one of the girls,
on your team? Yeah.
yep, has two people actually that are interested in signing up. I
What?
know.
That's like enough for me. How did I just miss that? Because that's enough for me to fall off my chair.
Yes.
You knew when I was going, that I
Yeah,
wasn't
and I'm like,
listening.
and I'm waiting for a response. I'm like, is she frozen?
Yeah, I was. That's awesome. Good,
Yeah,
good, good. So she
fingers
must be
crossed.
psyched.
Oh, she is. She's like, what do I do?
Yeah,
So
Good.
yeah, I walked her through it. We Zoom conferenced earlier today. So.
good. You know what? What this cool about is that your new little group, you're making it just normal and automatic for people to recruit, and that's something that, some of you are brand new, and I hope you see that just recruiting is just part of our job. And when you have, when you're doing that and doing that intentional, and like Misty and Amy Hardman going to parties going to parties as recruiters, then that's just the normal. The people that you have coming on are just going to be doing the same thing. So that's exciting. Good job, Megan.
Thank you.
Good. All right, Stephanie Ryan.
Hello.
Hi.
It's been going good. I had 2 virtual parties close, so I have really good sales this month that I'm excited about.
Yes.
Just talking with the host. Hopefully she'll join us, working on that. And I'm getting back into being involved with the community. I used to be years ago. My boys are in college now, so I used to be like PTO president throughout the whole school thing, boosters. So I've been out of it for a little bit. So just got in touch with a few people. Going to meet with them this week, get back in and I've already donated some gift certificates and a basket to a fundraiser. So going to be getting back on fundraising teams, and hopefully I'll pull in some more business that way.
Excellent. Good.
And
And that's all that whole building, the building relationships and stuff. That's all that you're redoing. So that's awesome. Good
Yeah,
for
just
you.
Doing that, and I've got a cooking show that starts on July 6th that's already almost been $300 in sales, so I was excited about that. I was like, I've never had that happen where all of a sudden, you have on my phone, the phone app, the little, it's like an orange thing that comes up with an exclamation every time, when you get an order for a show, and I was like, what? That party haven't even started yet, and I've got sales, so that was exciting.
That is exciting.
Yeah.
Good.
And that's it
Good.
for me.
Good. Excellent. I'm so excited. Good. Okay, Shannon. Yeah. And then back up. Shannon, so we missed you last week. So tell us, you got to catch us up all the fabulous things going on with you.
I have a cooking show tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
With, I think she said 10 people are coming.
Good.
And I'm going as a recruiter, damn it.
Go.
And I had, 6 weeks ago, I had 8 bookings off a party, and they're all falling through. So I'm just still calling them, working with them, posting stuff on their pages, just working it. But school's out now, so
What did you tell me? Balls to the wall, right?
Balls to the wall, baby. That's what I'm doing.
Balls to the wall with Pampered Chef now that school's out.
Have I been rubbing off on your team, Anna?
Yeah, no, I think that's me. You rubbed off onto me and then I rubbed off onto them.
Special version of the conference.
That's my little coined phrase. We talk about that all the time. But because Shannon has a goal to re-promote by conference?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
For the third time.
For the third time. You know what? We talk about this. It's not, you know this, it's abnormal for a director to lose directorship and to re-promote even one time. That's
Right.
not normal. So for you to be able to realize, go through periods of your life and say, all right, I know I can do this. I'm doing it again. I mean, that's, that's amazing.
It's gonna happen. It will happen.
Yeah. I know it will, girl. Good. All right. Okay, Misty, we're looking up. We're laying on the counter, Misty. Here she is. Misty.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm a hot mess today, so we're not going to show my face. I haven't brushed my hair, brushed my teeth, put a bra
All
on,
day?
any of that. All day?
We can't smell you. Cammie has strep throat.
I have a hospital bracelet on.
I'm a sweaty hot mess.
Yeah.
Oh, look at
Well-
Terry's hair, and she ate Popeye's chicken today, too.
Ooh, yum. So I don't know if I have any good news or anything, but
What happened to your recruit lead that you're all excited about from that party?
well, I suck and I haven't followed up with her. But I need to do that.
I'm going to fall right out of my chair right now.
I know.
I'm going to reach right through the screen, Misty.
I know. I've got to call her and talk. Well, I mean, we have her party scheduled, so I need to call her. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I got busy in life, I guess.
Okay. Well, what's the deal with her party? Is the party going to be hers? Is it like a grand opening or?
Yes. So
Yeah.
I need to call her and tell her that I guess that. Well, I mean, she wanted to have a party so she could earn the $50, but I guess that's not going to work because she won't be able to.
Yeah, it's either or, right. So what about, tell me this though, have you had any parties since that party?
Oh yeah, 2.
And did you go as recruiter?
I did. I didn't get anything, but I did do the poem and all that, and it went well.
Okay.
So, I had my first bridal shower last night, and it was awesome.
Good.
And I did the poem at that too. But
And they liked it and asked you lots of questions?
yeah, they did ask me lots of questions, and
Good.
it was fun. So, I mean, both of my parties are at 900. I don't like anything under 1,000, so I'll get there.
Yeah, you're definitely one of Terry's, huh?
Yeah, I don't know. I know that's terrible, but anything under 1,000, I'm disappointed.
Yeah. All right.
So I know I need to call that recruit lead.
You need to that should be on your list for tomorrow.
All right, I'll get that list made.
And then I want you to post on the page what happened.
Okay.
Because we need
Got
an update.
Okay.
Maruko. Is that your Maruko?
Morocco.
Well, that's
Morocco.
that's the correct way, but we say Morocco just because you Americanized it.
I'm going to say Maruko because I'm sure I'm ethnic with whatever that is.
I'm
What
just
is
going to call her Eminem.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Misty. So we're going to get on track, but some good shows. That's awesome. What about, okay, Shalena. Are you there?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yes, a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Are you hearing us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you all. That is horrible. They go in and out.
Yeah, that's what I can hear. Yeah, it sounds like it's going in and out.
Do you see the chat feature on the side or at the bottom where it says chat? Type us your Wahoo for the week.
Do you see that, Shalina? Then you could just text, or you could just message it there so we see it, and then catch what you can hear on the call. But again, I'm recording it, so you'll be able to, go back if you need to tomorrow.
Okay.
She's so cute.
Yes, I've done 11. You all hear me?
No.
Okay.
Why don't you message me, Shalina? Message me what's going on with you, because I know you're on fire and everybody wants to know.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, and then I'll share it with everybody.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, so here's what we're going to do today, because we talked about, and that was something I know, and it sounds like you guys have been working on it and sort of focusing in on it and stuff this week anyway, but we talked about, remember, our motto is 2 shows a week, 2 shows a week, 2 shows a week, 8 shows a month, 8 shows a month, 8 shows a month. So that's what we need to keep in mind, and that's what we're really working to build on. So one of the things, and again, we talk about, when we talk about getting those and having in getting those bookings, there's a few reasons. Right now, it's because so that you're in front of enough people to get those leads. You need to be in front of enough people to get enough bookings to find new recruit leads. You need to be enough. If you're only doing 2 shows a month, you're not going to be in front of enough people that's going to happen in a good momentum. So that's part of that right now. But I will tell you that's why I want to get you onto that that sort of track right now and have that as your goal, because we know Shannon can say being in a director spot in the past, Elaine knows, we've talked about it, and Terry knows that I've seen it over and over again. If you are, once you become a director, if you have 2 shows a week, no matter what, 8 shows a month, no matter what, if that's what you're submitting, that's what your goal is, you will never have to worry about your directorship. If you have 8 shows a month for the month, you will never, for yours personally, if that's all you're doing, 2 shows a week, if you're doing that, you will never have to worry about your directorship. So that I want you to start doing now, because it's going to help you move to directorship, but that's just going to be the numbers that you're going to continually do so that you don't have to worry about that. So this is where we're going to start. And, we talked about that whole formula last week and stuff. We can't do anything else until we get this calendar. So Cammie, when we're talking about host coaching and doing this, we can't even do any of that until we've got the show date. So that's what we need to talk about right now. And so what Terry's going to share, she's going to go through and talk to us about how to get shows right. Do not do that with your eyes. What are you doing? It was like you're moving one eye and not moving the other or something. Like one was moving. Stop doing that. It's weird. So but she's going to talk. So we're going to talk about today about how to just like right now, if you've got holes in your calendar without going to show and getting it, how to get some more bookings. Just to do a little prereq with Terry. So she has been a consultant for 16 years, like me. A little bit longer than I have. She just hit her $1 million in sales earlier this year too, which is very exciting. So we'll get to celebrate her. So she knows what she's talking about. She also was top in the company for sales in the month of March. Number 1 in the month of March for sales in the entire company. 25,000 in sales.
Almost.
Yeah, $25,000 in sales in 1 month of March. In the whole company, in the entire United States, Terry Bales Nichols was number 1 in sales for the month of March. So she knows what she's talking about with booking shows and making them happen.
And the top trip is already in the bag. I'm already going. So, I mean, I'm just waiting for my bestie Anna to get caught up.
I'll be
All
there.
right. Well, just to give you guys a little bit of background about me and why I'm very passionate about booking shows outside of shows, and why I said to Anna, I want to talk about this, is because like Anna said, I've been a consultant for a little bit over 16 years. And for 14 of those years, I lived in St. Louis. About 2.5 years ago, I was introduced to my now husband. I moved a little bit more than 2 hours away and to a tiny town of 2,000 people. And the only people that I knew here was my now husband, his sister who introduced us, who, by the way, is Pampered Chef. So all family and friends were pretty much off the table. So I didn't know anybody else here. So I really had to work really hard to get my business where I needed it to be, because for 6 months, I drove from Springfield, Illinois to St. Louis, back and forth doing parties, until I had one girl said, I don't really care if I sell anything. You're just coming here to cook for my friends. And I was like, oh no. And at that point, I was like, I'm done, and I'm doing everything I can to make my business in Springfield be 100%. I will still go back for those special people, but that's not my business. So about 2 years ago, I really had to change it. So the biggest thing I can tell you, and it's not really a secret, and I've got some notes here, so if you guys see me looking down, that's why. But you guys, the biggest thing you can do is literally ask everybody you know without judgment. Because that's the thing I did a lot when I was out in public when I first got here was, hey, so I have my Pampered Chef logo on. I'd be, oh, are you familiar with Pampered Chef? Yes. And then I'd start a conversation. If you guys are not doing the out and about contacts, you guys are missing a huge opportunity in your business. Because like every time I would go somewhere, I mean, there's Stephanie at JC Penney. So Cammie, my husband had to go to urgent care, and I met up with the girl, the receptionist. I know he was sick, but I was still working on booking shows with her. There's the girl at Walgreens. I mean, I remember very specific people of where I was at and talking. So that's something that I would highly encourage you. It's an easy conversation. Especially when you have your logo wear. And if you're new or you're new to a town, this is my best line. I always say, hey, are you familiar with Pampered Chef? Yes. Oh my God, great. Well, hey, I just moved here. I would really love to get to know some people in the community. Would you help me? I was referred to a nail girl, and I'm still doing parties from that lead 2.5 years ago. So it's really all about asking people, and then asking them to say, hey, I'd really like to get to know some more people in the community. Whether you're new or not, you want to get to know more people. So that was a really strong line for me. And just so you know, at the end of all of our calls, we're going to have an audio training from conference. I don't know, Anna, have you ever taught a class at conference?
I did years ago. I did do one when I was an exec.
So that's a yes.
Yes, I have.
Well, I've taught several classes at conference. My classes they always pick one to be recorded. So the class that you're going to listen to may not be Anna or my class that we did, but we've been asked by the home office to teach classes. But these are classes that are from conference. So even though you may not be attending conference, you can listen to these as well. So you guys will be getting one of those at the end. So really the importance of prospecting, and I wish I would have brought this in. You guys think of a funnel. So the top is really big and the bottom is small, okay? That is your whole concept of what you guys are doing with leads. You need to fill the top of the funnel for the leads to trickle through the bottom. Okay, you're going to be asking way more, and that is the importance of prospecting and literally asking everybody, because you don't know where your next host, first off, your next customer, your next host, or your next recruit lead is going to come from. And you guys get comfortable asking for the referral. So at the end of all of my order forms, which here I'm going to grab one. At the end of all my order forms, I always tell people, I know we're talking about and about, but just in general, I always say, well, here's my contact information. If you know of anybody that's interested in having a party, please give them my name and number. I'd love to meet some more people in the community. So if you guys don't have, I don't have any recipe cards here. I do. This is just one I have. You guys can order recipe cards off of the order supply list. Put your contact information on the back. Take these with you. We're going to talk a little bit about something to do with this as well. But people don't throw away recipes unless it's just something nasty. That kale one, I don't think a lot of people liked. But if they liked kale, they're never throwing it away. So this is great to keep for you when you're out and about, doing those out and about prospects. So how, when, and where to prospect. How, just ask. Get outside your comfort zone. Create a conversation. If you're at the grocery store and you and someone else are picking up the same item, say, oh my gosh, what are you making with that? I've got this, and you're going to say, I got an amazing Pampered Chef recipe every time, no matter what it is. Oh, I've got an amazing Pampered Chef recipe for this thing. What are you making? Oh, well, I sell Pampered Chef. Are you looking for dinner ideas? You know, start up a conversation and be inquisitive about the other person because they want to know that. And when they think you care more about them than about yourself, they're going to be interested in you and wanting to know about what you do. And this business is really 97%, 98% relationships. So Cammie's already got it at Urgent Care. I actually signed a recruit. I was at the ER one time with my late husband and had a Pampered Chef hat, a Pampered Chef shirt, Pampered Chef sweatpants. My backpack had all my luggage tags on that said Pampered Chef. I walk in, the girl goes, Pampered Chef much? I go, what? What are you talking about? I go, can't talk to you right now because my husband was really sick. I said, let's talk a different day when you're that focused, you know. But long story short, I followed up with her. That's the other key. And she signed up. I've gotten people, you know, driving down the road that'll call my number because I have my contact information on my car. If you guys are interested in doing vinyl stickers, we have a source to do those for your window. Because you never know. People are driving. Now, you can't drive like a crazy lady because people will call you. So everywhere. You know, if you're out and about at, you know, kids events or you're at work or the grocery store or the bank, always hand out something with your contact information at a minimum. Like I said, the recipe cards. So talking about handing stuff out, I don't know how familiar you guys are with the mini catalog. This is just one I have right here at my desk. The mini catalog challenge is a really great thing to get you talking to people. So just for a quick show, raise your hand if you feel comfortable talking to people in public about your business right now. Oh, good. Most of you. Okay. This is a little tool that will help you. So this is what we're going to do. If you guys do not have mini catalogs, I would encourage you to go ahead and get some on order. If you're close to people, split some up. They're really inexpensive. Make sure you order plenty. And what you're going to do is you're going to take 10 of these and you're going to put them, whether it's your crossbody bag, if it's a bag in your car that you always keep, you want to keep 10 of these with you at the beginning of the week. The goal isn't to have 10 at the end of the week. The goal is to have 0, okay? So what you're going to do is, I'm going to borrow, we're going to staple, imagine this is blank, okay? You're going to staple a blank door price slip, okay, to your mini catalog. And you're going to, in exchange for giving someone the mini catalog, and honestly, I tuck a recipe in there too, so it's like, hey, you're going to exchange them for their contact information for a recipe and a mini catalog. I don't know about you guys, but I have a lot of people that fill it out, but they leave the email and the phone number blank. So here's my line. I say, okay, so I would say, oh, this lady's name happens to be Anna. So I'd be like, oh, Anna, hey, do you have an email address? Just so you know, I don't send junk mail or don't do forwards, and I don't share your email. What I send you are recipes and specials only. So if you would go ahead and give me your email address, it's an easy way for me to stay in contact with you without stalking you or showing up on your front porch for coffee, because that's not my speed. So if that's something that interests you, great. If not, I'm totally cool. Because I think people need to be reassured that we aren't going to sell their email, that we're not going to send them a bunch of junk mail or spam them. And the same concept with Facebook. I always tell people, if you're on Facebook and we friend each other, I do not post. I'm not a drama queen. I'm not a drama queen in general, but I don't post drama on Facebook. But I get more emails and phone numbers after the fact. And then the other thing they don't want to do is even though these are unfortunately are all no's, they don't want to fill out the bottom portion. So then I just say, hey, would you do me a favor? Would you just fill out the bottom portion just so I know what you're interested in? Not if you're interested in anything, what you're interested in. So I'm all about word choices. And if is not a word that you guys, it's a word you want to get rid of. Because if creates doubt in people's heads, and we want to do positive language. So when you host a party, tell me what you're interested in. Tell them the positive things and not the sketchy things. So, okay, so your goal is to give out 10 to people you meet while you're out and about by Saturday. So before the next Sunday, you want to be done. Now, another thing you can tell them is, hey, I'm doing a drawing. When you fill this out completely, your name is going to go in for a drawing. You could do a drawing once a week. You could go, when you're ordering your mini catalogs, you could go on and get Retired Season's Best Cookbooks, and you could mail one person a Retired Season's Best Cookbook, or you could call each person and let each person know they are a winner and pick something that you could give them at their party. Let them know at your, oh my God, I'm so excited, Cammie. I drew your name and you're the winner. You're gonna get an extra $20 in free product at your party. Awesome, what day of the week would work best for you? So turn it into something that's going to work for your business. Give them free product to redeem at their party, or send them a season's best, but follow up with every single lead. Because if you do the random draw and Cammie was the only one, and Megan's like, dang, I would have had a party if that lady would have called me. So make sure you guys are following up. That's the other key to prospecting. Okay, so you guys get the resource that I'm actually reading from. It's under consultant resources. It's called Mini Catalog Challenge. You guys can read it. It says, I'm with the Pampered Chef, and their response normally is, when you say I'm with the Pampered Chef, what do people normally say?
Oh, I love Pampered Chef.
I love the Pampered Chef. Yes, that is like 9.98 times out of 10. I love the Pampered Chef. Okay, then you pull your mini catalog out of your bag and you start what I just went over with you guys. And then you can tell them, it's part of my job to give 10 of these away a week. And I'd love to give you one. If you would take just a minute and fill this and just fill this out, I can give you a call when I get back home and have more time. If you guys don't want to say I'm going to give you a call because then you don't want to stalk them feeling like, explain to them what, oh, I thought you were talking to me. So explain to them what your slip is for, that you're doing a drawing, and let them know that you're not, you guys have to tell them you're not going to stalk them. No offense to other companies, and you guys know what companies I'm talking about. They get your phone number and they have called you 17 times in like a month. Okay, we are not those people. Okay, I was really hesitant. I gave my number to one of those people. And I'm super proud she hasn't called me yet, and it's been like 4 days. Because I really wasn't interested. So, okay. So it says, when your prospect is filling out the customer information slip, or I call it the door price slip, begin the extra conversation with them. Ask them questions like, when was the last time you were at a party? What is your favorite product? Do you have a Pampered Chef consultant? And I think that is huge, because if you are in a smaller area and let's just say, they say Megan is their Pampered Chef consultant, and be like, oh my God, I know Megan. She's super great. That's awesome. You know what? Go ahead and, still go ahead and fill this out. You can still be in for my drawing. Write Megan's name on there, because what if Susie that filled it out said she was interested in having a party? You're going to call Megan because you know her. You'll be like, hey, Megan, I ran into Susie. She was one of my 10 out and abouts, and she said she was interested in having a party. You know what? You should give her a call. You will earn way more respect in your community by doing that than saying, oh, But I will follow up with this line, because I run into people and I say to them all the time, hey, if for some reason Megan doesn't take care of you, here's my contact information. Here's a recipe card with my information. Feel free to give me a call. You guys, because we do know that not everybody joins Pampered Chef and is a lifer like Anna and myself. And or there are sometimes people have dropped the ball so many times that they're like, I just want a new consultant. So we don't want to be that person. Okay. So, here's the thing. I can't tell you what your results are going to be, but I can tell you if you don't do this, your results are going to be 0. So that's going to be an important thing. So does anyone have any questions about the mini catalog challenge?
Mm-mm.
How many of you guys already have mini catalogs in hand that can start this tomorrow? Okay. Most of you. Good. Awesome. Well, you guys, tonight, that's your thing. You need to put them, do it as soon as we get off the call, get your door prize slip stapled to them, and make that a goal. And if you have to, put a sticky note in your car and put 10 mini catalogs gone by Saturday. And if you're a super achiever, the first person to give their 10 out with their slips filled out completely, post on the Can Do page and be like, woohoo, 10 are gone, and brag about yourself, because we are not psychic and we're not psycho, so we don't know when you did it. Okay. All right. Woo. All right, let's see. Hey, by the way, if anybody ever feels like they're dragging a little bit, does anybody ever feel like that? They're a little bit tired sometimes? Okay. Have you guys got and ordered the cold brew coffee maker yet? Okay, seriously. Okay, Cammie, just do it. Or borrow somebody's to get a sample. Because I'm telling you, I'm pretty normally high energy. But some days I need a nap and I feel like I'm dragging. I got me my cold brew. I shouldn't be drinking it this late. But it's really good. So, you guys are getting Terry all jacked up on caffeine. Okay.
But it's not Folgers.
Hell no. It's toasted Southern pecan. Hey, I'm gonna share a secret. Totally off track, so sorry, Anna. So, Mike and I have been doing Weight Watchers, and the point value for a tablespoon of sugar-free creamer is ridiculous. It's a point per tablespoon. That's expensive in the eating category. I only get 27 a day. So Mike found this caramel macchiato iced coffee in a half-gallon paper. Anna will get some of that half-gallon container. So what we do is we use that as our creamer. Oh my God. Mike said all we needed to do was drizzle caramel inside the glass, and it tastes just like a Starbucks. So it's, I know, a quarter of a cup of the iced coffee creamer, if you will, to the rest of your glass. It's ridiculous. So, but that's only with the toasted Southern pecan. Sorry, Anna. Alrighty then.
But wait a minute, it's actually coffee, or it's a creamer?
It's actually coffee, but they've mixed in a caramel macchiato creamer in there. So you're still getting more coffee than creamer, but it's just enough creamer and flavor that it just adds to.
It sounds like it's a lot of sugar that I can't eat. So I'm just going to put my heavy cream.
I can't eat sugar either. I'll get you the number.
Put my heavy cream in my coffee, and I'll be good.
Okay, you do that. Okay. So for the rest of you guys, I've been doing a picture of cold brew and making sure that I take my little Pampered Chef Tervis mug with about half of it full to my parties, and I'm passing it. I give it to my host, and I say, just so you know, this is for you, but the mug is back. I get the mug back. The coffee is for you. And the first host didn't even share any with her friends. She just drank it all and was like bragging on it through the whole show. And then the second one passed it around and let everybody taste it. So it's just another idea. So that was a side tangent. Okay. So you're not out and about. We live far away from, you know, an everyday visit to town or to the grocery store, and you guys are home, and we haven't done our hair, we haven't done our makeup, we haven't put on a bra, so we definitely haven't left the house for the day.
Oh, I've left. No.
She went to Walmart. No, I'm teasing.
I worked out in my yard.
Hey, that's okay. So, but you haven't gone out in public, let's say, and, you know, it's time to make an effective booking call or contact. So there's another script you guys are going to see on your resources, and it's called the Standard Booking Script. So you guys, anytime you guys get a script, it's a guideline. It's not, you have to say it exact. You don't want to say, hi, Anna, this is Terry Bales Nichols with the Pampered Chef. I'm so excited. There's no excitement in that. So like, you know, I mean, I animate it, Cammie, but it's so true. Do you know how many people, because you, on a normal call, you can't see me, and this is what they're doing. There are some incredible things going on in our company right now, and I thought of you because, well, I don't know why, but I just, and then they don't say anything, you know. I'm so excited about the party I'm doing, and our host for board. I mean, you've got to be. I know Cammie's like falling out over there. You guys, here's the thing: people are going to book with us because of our personality. They like our excitement. So we had a saying a long time ago: "Fake it till you make it." And if you're sounding, you know, if you're feeling, that's how you're sounding on the phone. Have to run up and down the stairs. Get your cold brew out, whatever you need to do to be all jumping up and down, pee your pants excited, because if you don't fake it till you make it, the person on the other end is going to be like, why would I want to have a show with that person? So, I'm so excited. And if you guys don't have it memorized, remember, you're not going to be like this, but you can. I'm so excited about the party I'm doing this month, and our host rewards and bonus this month are fabulous. Do you have a minute just to hear about it? You know, so it's a guide, and here's the best part. The more you call, the first couple calls, you're gonna be like, oh, that sounded kind of and you're gonna self-correct yourself. You're like, oh, I wish I would have said this, or I wish I would have said that. The more you call, the better you're gonna get. Okay, no's are normal. Okay, you're going to get them if you are a person that gets bummed out or discouraged or like, I'm done. I got too many no's and want to walk out, then start keeping track of how many phone calls you are actually making and the results you're actually getting. I think I shared this on a call recently. I don't know if it was this one, but I had a girl say she had been calling people for months with no results to find out she had only made in 2 months 30 calls. Might sound like a lot to her, but 30 calls is really not a lot. We really need to be reaching out to more people. So practice, practice, practice. So, you know, and the other thing is when we're doing booking calls, if you guys are not excited about the host special, your host or your potential hosts aren't going to be excited. If you guys are tired of doing the same, Misty and I do this recipe all the time, the chicken bruschetta pasta. If you guys have not done chicken bruschetta pasta in the Northeast, bust that recipe out because we love it. If I could do one recipe for a long time, that would be it. You know what? If we're tired of chicken bruschetta pasta, call it an Italian night in. Theme up your shows. People want to do things. So I have a lady, I thought I had a booking, and I didn't. So I was like, you know what? We should, they're all drink. I don't know how many bottles of wine we went through. I said, you know what we should do at the next party? We should do a wine, chocolate, and cheese party. She's like, oh, I'm so in.
You going to
Okay, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to do the same dang recipes I do all the time anyway. We're just going to call it wine, chocolate, and cheese. A theme is just an exciting way to talk about bookings, doing what we do at the exact same as we do at our parties normally. So that will help you guys. Hi, Grace. That will help you guys get on the phone and be a little bit more excited about booking. How many of you guys do theme shows, or how many of you guys talk about theme shows?
I haven't done a show yet, but I asked one of my hosts if she had a theme that she wanted to follow, and she said that she wanted to do like a picnic or a ladies bruncheon kind of thing, because she's the women's ministry lead at her church, and she wants to do stuff that women could bring to like potlucks and ministry type
Okay,
things.
so that's great that you asked her. That what my fear is somebody's going to come and say they want to do a unicorn theme, and I'm going to be like, what the heck am I going to do for that, right?
Okay, let's
Because
not do
I've
that.
seen this unicorn ice cream stuff, and it's like, no. So pick some themes out. But I'm obviously not for your church lady. Fajitas and margaritas, Death by Chocolate, Italian night, Mexican in minutes. Come up with your own themes that you guys can be excited about to talk about. So when I talk about Mexican, where you guys could do, and then not everything has to be around alcohol, but salad and sangrias, people get excited about having a little, at least we do here. So find some things that you would be excited to talk about. So instead of saying, well, what would you want to do? That's like saying to a host, so what recipe do you want to make? You guys need to pick your recipe based on what's going to be a great demonstration, so that they're going to see lots of products. She's going to get lots of free, and the guests are going to, enjoy the recipe as well. So, so pick those recipes and have some fun with that. Does anyone have any questions about, or comments about booking calls or contacting people and actually asking for the bookings? Or does anybody have another way that they get bookings or ask for them?
I'm going to be going to a vendor show, and Anna actually, during this past week, suggested a lot of things that you're suggesting tonight, as far as the recipes and the mini catalogs, and using them to start a conversation and have them fill out the little tickets and stuff like that. I had a couple questions about that. As far as, have you done vendor events?
I'm a product of a vendor event.
Do you have because some of them cost money. Do you find it worth it to pay a vendor fee?
Okay, so do you ever scratch a lottery? Do you ever do lottery tickets?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I think vendor events are like a lottery ticket. You're going to have to pay for them, and you might win and you might lose.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really about your attitude and how you go into it. If you go to a vendor event and they offer you a chair, I don't get it. I stand up all the time. I'm approachable. I make contact. I meet the other vendors. It's what you do with it. And we can have a total side conversation, because literally I wouldn't be here without having a vendor event. The lady who recruited me was at a vendor event who did a show for a friend of a friend, and that's how I've been 16 plus years. So there's a lot of good with vendor events.
Okay. Other than, meet and greet, like you said, handing out the mini catalogs and stuff, and vendor events and shows, what are some other sources of contacts?
Well, not the phone book, because I don't do that. No, I mean, tell me again, how long have you been in the business?
This is like the end of my third week, I think.
Okay, perfect. So something I did when I moved to my last house, I went around the neighborhood and hung little things that says, "Hi, I'm new to the neighborhood. No, that's not what I said. I'm your neighborhood. I was like 20 years ago. I'm your neighborhood Pampered Chef consultant."
All right, I'm about to get ghetto for a second. Hey, baby, can you turn that down? Sorry. Thank you.
It's okay. So, Megan thinks that's hilarious.
Yeah, that was straight ghetto.
But I did a little thing, and I passed it around the neighborhood, and I said, "I'm your neighborhood Pampered Chef consultant." Give them an action item. Say $5 off an order of 50. Give them something to call you back, because the only problem with door hanging is you don't know. You don't have a way to follow back up with them. Out and about contacts, asking for referrals. When you go to the bank, stop doing the drive-through, go actually in, talk to your tellers, talk to your hairdresser. You know, when you go to the eye doctor, I mean, wherever you're going, literally talk to everybody. And I'll think about that more, like what are other sources that you can do it, where you can ask people. But I mean, I've met people on the way to Anna's. I mean, I was flying home after that 3-week vacation. I met a lady in Florida that was interested in the business opportunity. It didn't end up panning out, but I had a conversation at like 5:30 in the morning about Pampered Chef. So you just don't know where your next lead is coming from. So anyone else have any other questions, concerns, comments? Okay, so we're almost done, so I just have a couple more minutes. So I will post what you guys need to do. I don't like calling things homework, especially on Sunday nights, because they used to give me major anxiety, and like I hated Mondays because the next day if I didn't get my homework done, you know, it was like, it's 8 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock, and that's about the time I'd start doing my homework, so it was like panic and stress. So we're just going to call these call to action so they sound a little bit more friendly. Okay, you guys get your 10 catalogs, your door price slips, your customer information sheets, whatever you guys call these. Okay, start tracking your contacts and your ratio in your notebook. So I believe we talked about this last week. Correct me, Anna. Did we talk about the 15 contacts outside of the 15 contacts a week? Okay. Hang out 2 seconds. This might be my fat journal, not my contact book. Oh yeah, that's a food journal. My contact journal's not here. This is my food one. So do I have it here? No, I don't. That's my food one. Sorry, guys. All right. Okay, so get a notebook. And here's the thing. You guys are doing parties. You guys are making contacts at your parties. Those contacts do not count for what I'm getting ready to talk about. So the secret to growing your business more than where you're at now is to contact at least 15 people outside of your show. Well, guess what? Here's 10 of them. Okay, so you need 5 more. So make sure you guys are writing in how you're contacting people and keeping track of, if it was a phone call, did you have to leave a voicemail? Did you hear back from them? My personal definition of a contact isn't, hey, Misty, this is Terry with the Pampered Chef. Just wanted to and then hang up because it was a voicemail. If I don't physically communicate with the person that I reached out to, I don't consider that a contact. I would still log it because I did something towards my goal, but a contact is a back and forth conversation, whether it's text, green dotting, with a private message, a phone call. If you're out and about, one of my most recent shows, I ran into a girl. We were in the liquor department together. I said, hey, we should have pineapple margaritas or something. I don't know what the heck I said. And she did a show, and I got like 5 bookings from that show. So you just out and about. So 15 contacts a week outside of your party, and make sure you log those. And like I said, I will share this. Power hour. So it's taking an hour somewhere in your day and dividing it up. And this next week, we really would like you to focus on 2 areas for your power hour. So 30 minutes each. And this, I typically do mine once a day, but you guys want to do it a bit till you get your business going. A half an hour on bookings at a minimum a day, and a half an hour on recruiting, because they kind of go hand in hand since we're wanting to grow our business. I will post your audio training for this week. Your audio training this week is called Make It a Network with Heidi Toms and Courtney Channing. And that's under the Director Bound, but I will post exactly how to get there if you're not familiar where to find those resources. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to toot someone's horn on this call because she has a really hard time doing it herself, and that's Miss Misty. Misty is really great at going on YouTube, going on the Pampered Chef site, getting on every training call possible. And she actually did our last team meeting because I was, having some personal struggles with my aunt passing, and I just didn't really feel inspired. And she's been just rocking and rolling. And every time I'm like, can you just post what you learned? Post the link, post this, post that, because she's great. She finds it on her own. And you guys, doing these extra little trainings, like the phone calls, making it a network, or going whatever your subject you're really wanting to hone in on, go do it. Because like I said, I see a tremendous amount of growth in this young lady at the bottom of our screen. So, all right. Any last minute thoughts? I have one more thing to share with you guys, and then I'm done.
I just had one thing. Sometimes, and in this whole 15 contacts a week, that's something that Shannon knows. I mean, we've been doing this forever. This has been, but sometimes, we talk about that because it does have to be that two-way conversation. Sometimes that's hard and a little bit daunting to actually, because you never know if you're going to get a hold of them. You're never going to. One of the things I know that I've done before, and this could really fit into that power hour, because you just say, I'm going to talk to them about both recruiting and bookings at the same time. But to give yourself, I know Cammie, you're working and have been working on your launch list, to sit down with that initial list of yours, and instead of maybe saying 15 contacts a week, say, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to phone call or message or text 15 people a day. Because odds are you'll hear back from, if you do that, 15 people, reach out to 15 people like that a day, and that's your little tick check that you can check off, okay, I reached out. Chances are that 3 of them you'll get out of that will actually respond. Does that make sense?
Yes, and
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted to ask a question. I think I had asked a little bit with you, but so I actually expanded I don't have it here, but I actually expanded my launch list to about 150.
Yes.
Yes, I do have it here. And I've been trying to keep track of people that have said yes, people that have said definitely no, and also the people that just haven't gotten back to me or said not now. And you said absolutely, it's, perfectly fine to get back with the people that have not responded, to try again. Do y'all have do y'all wait a certain amount of time? Because I don't want to be like spammy, stalkery or whatever, but I do want to give them, another opportunity,
I always say, because your message, as long as your message was fairly personal, if you don't hear from them within 24 hours, I would message back and say, so, hey, what did you think? 24 hours, and especially depend, I know up here with the weekends and stuff, we've got people that just go off the grid for the weekend, out in the middle of the woods. So, if it was something over the weekend that I would probably, once you get into the week, just, write and say, hey, so what do you think? I'm looking forward to hearing back from you.
And the other thing is, we all have, if we think about it, we have a Facebook page, or like a Facebook page, okay? We have Messenger, we have text, we have phone call. I think those are the top 4. I have had people message me and or text me, and I'm like, God, I remember somebody, and I'm like searching an email. That's the other one. I'm looking drastically. I know this person messaged, and I can't remember. So, it's okay to follow back up with them in a shorter amount of time, because has anybody else besides me gotten a message that you meant to return and that you totally forgot? So your follow-up message could be, hey, you know what, I'm sure you're really busy, or maybe you were busy, or something like that. I just wanted to make sure that I connected with you because I'm super excited. Give me a call if you want to find out what's going on. I want to share, this was something that I need to get back out and do when I think about this phone call. I found this cute little notebook that says, who are you talking to? It had a little owl on there, not necessary. But this is our tracking our contacts, old business and new business. So old business, Cami, is going to be people that you've done parties with or host. New business is going to be people that you haven't done business with. And so you guys, 50% of your contacts need to be new business. Okay, so that might help you with your how often do you call them kind of thing. So then what you do is, this is a bad page. Hang on a second. So what I do is I write in here old business, new business, okay? And I put the date at the top, and then I write down my contacts. So I'm doing 20 contacts a day. So Anna said 15. Do a number that can be divided in half and do that. And then so, this particular one was Andy. Kids keep her too busy to sell, but she did book a party for December 6th. That was this particular one I left. My first ones, I started writing phone numbers, but like this Amy Lee, I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to follow back up with her. She was having dad issues at this apparent time. So the next time I follow up with her, I can go, so Amy, how's your dad doing? Write those notes down personally about people, because if I talk to you and you remembered something that I said from a conversation months ago, I'm going to be like, wow, she actually listened and remembered. Yeah. So people need to feel important. So, that's what I would do. And all these people that I left messages for, if I feel like I've ran out of leads, then guess what? You can start back over with those people that you just left messages for that you never heard from. So any other questions? Because I have a little something I want to share with you guys, and then I'm done. You guys don't forget, throughout the week, post the good things that are going on in your business. If something exciting happens, don't wait till tonight to share. Post on the team, because somebody might need that inspiration or motivation to get them going. So I found this, and this was something I'm reading to you guys, and you guys can't even see what I'm reading, so I apologize. I'm reading another screen. So this is something that I have seen multiple times, and I wanted to read. So imagine like stair steps, and at the bottom of the stairs, it's a person sitting on the stairs, scratching their head saying, I can't do it. Okay. And then the next here, I'm going to just screen share real quick because it make it so much easier for you guys to see. Can you guys see my little steps thing here? Okay, perfect. So you got this person down here scratching his head going, I can't do it. And then we've got, well, I want to do it. That's where you guys are at. And this is what we're doing. Well, how do I do it? Okay. And then I'll try to do it. I can do it. I will do it. And I will do it is when you guys are being successful. And this is what, who knows what step you guys are on today, but everybody's goal is to get to the top. And you know what? Success is handing out those 10 mini catalogs and getting those people's contact information. Success is doing 15 to 20, calls or contacts a day, or contacting people, even if it's via voicemail. Like Anna said, if you do enough, they will contact you back. So, I really just love this because I think, we're all on a different step at different parts of the day. And, you just gotta get to the top. It's not, we're not competing against somebody, and success isn't measured in a dollar sign. Success is measured in you accomplishing what you said you were going to do for the day. So Popeye's chicken was not successful. Just so you know.
But I bet it was good.
I can't, you know what? The good news is I can't even eat 2 pieces of chicken, a biscuit, a small coleslaw, and a small bean and a half a soda without feeling like disgustingly gross.
Yeah. So you'll never do it again, right?
Not this one. All right. Well, guys, I'm being very sincere. Just go out and make new friends, be social. And when you do, your business is going to grow and people are going to be automatically drawn to you because it's your personality that people are going to be, that they're going to want to, why they're going to want to join your team, why they're going to want to host a show, and why they're going to want you to be their consultant.
Good. Awesome. Anybody have any questions? You're posting all that information, correct, for us?
Yes.
Okay.
I will tell them how to get to the 2 handouts. And I apologize, I went over by 10 minutes. But for me, you guys, that's really awesome. I mean, 10 minutes is not bad at all, so.
Yeah. That sounds great. All right. Well, girls, so we've got our thing. We know what we're working on, right? Stephanie, you good? Shannon's good? Cammie's good?
Yep.
Misty's good? And Shalina is good. She's been messaging me back and forth. I think what we're going to do for next week is I'm going to give her the call-in number so she can just call in so she can sort of follow, but we'll put the recording on. So.
And next week, guess what, guys? Ann and I are going to be in one screen. Not that one back there. Instead of that face, you're going to see this one.
All right, guys, have a great week. Make sure that you schedule calls with your director so that we can do that to do the, what now I'm all distracted. To do your check-in, your coaching calls and everything. So, okay? Good. Thank you, guys. Good night.
Bye, guys.